Welcome back here, Blue Collar fans. I think we're good to go on Z95.3 and KINZ.biz, and a quick trip to back and forth to get everything rocking and rolling. And basically, the reason why I had to do it that way is because my phone only allows me 3 hours of time. So if I'd have been 3 hour time limit here and we'd have been in the 5th inning or something, it would have shut me off there at the radio station. I didn't want that to happen. So we got everything rehooked back up on KINZ.biz. It should be good to go here on KINZ. Getting all the rosters down now, so we'll get that for you as we get ready to go. Blue Comets have a good win here as they get a couple of good innings in game number 1, and we're able to beat a good independent squad here today in game 1, 5-1. So here's game number 2, where it's Hudson Field. If you want to come out, bring the kids, and enjoy a beautiful day of baseball here today. We got one more game going on. As Blue Comets now taking on the Independents here in game number 2. Peyton Beck is the pitcher here in game number 2. And first pitch here as he faces a Ewing is ball 1. Okay, base on balls. Okay. So 1-0 now. Oops. As Beck fires the strike zone there. Makes it a 1-1 count. So now 1-1 here to Ewing, the catcher. And there's going to be a shot there at third. Cam Kessler making a good play and a good throw. Cooper McMillan over at first, taking the other end of that, 5-3. Well, 1 out. Here comes Ewing, number 8. He will be the pitcher here in game number 2. So it'll be the Ewings on the hill and behind the dish here in game number 2 for Independence. Peyton Beck now ready to go to Ewing, outside ball 1. So 1-0. As Ewing steps right back in, Peyton gets him to send that one high. I mean, this could have some ice on it when it comes down. Bryson, no, I'm sorry, that's Bradley Peavy in center field this time. He makes the play for outs number 2. So 2 quick outs here for Peyton Beck. So here comes a caller to the plate. He will step up here, playing third base for the Bulldogs as Liker. Be the first baseman here, and this one he'll be on deck as Collar steps in here with 2 outs. High. Oops, that's not how you spell Chanute. How about we go UTE? Okay. High ball 1 here to Collar. Liker on deck. Here's Peyton Beck, the lefty. Work from the windup, bringing it low outside. 2-0 to him now. So 2-0 count. Collar right back in. Bringing it. Swing and a miss. It's now 2-1. So 2-1 count to him. And Collar right back in here. Peyton Beck trying to get a 1-2-3 inning here for the Blue Comets. That's going to be low for a 3-1 count. Behind the dish here for the Blue Comets, you got Mason Manbeck. So Beck to Manbeck. McMillan over at first. So Ewing steps right back in here, or Collar should say, the third baseman for the Bulldogs in with a 3-1 count. Peyton Beck bringing it. Swing and a miss, runs the count full, 3-2. So 3-2 count to him. And Beck ready to go with the payoff pitch here to Collar. In the top of the first. High ball 4. So runner on here with the base on balls. So bringing to the plate will be Liker. He had a couple hits there to help himself out in game number 1. He played first base here in game number 2, so Liker stands up here. With a runner on. And 2 outs. So Liker now ready to go here against Beck. Lefty brings it on the inside. Ball 1 to him. So 1-0 now to Liker. And the pitch just high, making it 2-0. We're in game number 2 just underway here as Blue Comets get game 1 5-1 here today. Beck on the hill here in game number 2. He's got 2 outs and a man at first, 2-0 to Liker. Top of the first inning. There's a shot, and it's going to be down into center field. So they'll have runners at first and second here after Liker continues to hit the ball here as he did in game number 1. So here comes Chisholm to the plate. Chisholm is playing right field in this ball game. So we're going to have Oliver at DH for Copeland. Who's in center. Okay, there we go. So now ready to go here for Chisholm as he stands in. That's a strike from Peyton Beck. Nice pitch. 0-1 to him. All right, I think we got the lineups. Here we go. I think we can concentrate on the game now. 0-1 to Chisholm. We're online here at KINZ.biz. On the air here is Z95.3 Humboldt Chanute. So here we go. 0-1 now to Chisholm. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. All right, Peyton, see if we can get this third out, get out of this inning without any damage here. Leave those runners out there at first and second. So Schicky stands in here. Is on the on-deck circle. Chisholm, the right fielder, stands in, ready to go. 2 outs, 2 on. No score, top of the first. Peyton Beck bringing it. That's a nice pitch. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe he missed with that one. Really? Wow. Woo. That's so close you could. Wait a minute. 1-2. That's so close it was shaving. That's how close that was. 1-2 to him, Chisholm. Another breaking ball missing right there. 2-2. Oh, maybe a little bit high on that one. But Chisholm standing right in here looking for a pitch to drive. He's got runners in score position over at second. He's also got a runner at first. So they try to make some noise here in the first for Coach Lanning's squad. So Chisholm, 2-2, Peyton Beck with a long look in. Here's the pitch. Outside, full count. I think we should have been out of this one already with a couple of questionable close calls there by the bloop, but that's all right. That's a full count. Payoff pitch here, ready to go. I do have a base open if we need to, but definitely don't want to put him on for Schicky, who's on deck. And the pitch. Ball 4. So bases are full here in the first for the Bulldogs. Second base on balls here by Beck. So bases full. Here comes Schicky to the plate. He is the left fielder here once again. Bases full with 2 outs. Back to the windup for Beck. Here's the lefty. See if we can get himself out of a bases loaded jam here in the first. Outside, ball 1. 1-0 to him. Stays 1-0. Beck. Catching the outside edge. It's strike 1, 1-1. Peyton working here in his first inning. Already 21 pitches. Peyton coming back here, coming back. It's up. Back to the stands here. It's now 1-2. So the 1-2 count. Schicky goes right back in here. And Beck, going to bring it in. Good job by man. Beck staying in front of it. Is out in front, making a 2-2 count. So 2-2. As he's back in here, bases full. Beck. Sign he likes, from man Beck, and here's the pitch. Full count once again. Peyton now. Fear maybe walking one in here. Definitely don't want to do that. Not giving in to the hitter here. Here's Peyton. He's ready to go. Here's the pitch. Third best pitch in is ball 4. Walking in the run. And bases remain loaded on another base on balls here. Already 3 for Beck in the first. Coach Murray's going to go out and have a chat, and he's going to already make a change here. So we're going to get a change out here, and it looks like it's going to be a couple of changes. So we're going to take a break here at the station. We'll be back and let you know what's going on. But, man, Rick, it looks like it's going to be Cam Kester hitting the mound when we come back. We come on Baseball Z95.3. All righty, folks, we're back here after the pitching change. It'll be Cam Kester moving over from third. We'll get him lined up here. First pitch here to Haynes is ball one as the bases are full, and it's a 1-0 Indy lead. As Manbeck moves from behind the dish over to third. Coming behind the dish, Brady Mack. And there's a solid shot right there at the short. Kimberlin will make the play on the force over there, so they'll leave 3 runners out there. But the one hit brings in the 1 run and no errors, but the base on balls here helps bring in the runs as well. So Cam Kester comes in and he gets that 1/3 of the inning that he needs, and it will be the Blue Comets coming to the plate. Peavy, Manbeck, and Kimberlin will be the first 3 coming up when we come back. It is Blue Comet Baseball Z95.3. And we're back here, folks, as we get ready to go to the bottom of the first inning. Blue Comets come up here trading by 1 here to start off. And it will be Ewing will be the pitcher here for the Bulldogs to start off the bottom of the first. Peavy, Manbeck, and Kimberlin will be the 3 coming up here. And Ewing is battery mates ready to go as Peavy stands in here first for low for ball number 1. Bradley. So 1-0 to Bradley starting it off here against Ewing. And a pitch to him, Zapai, making it a 2-0 count. So you have Ewing on the hill, Ewing behind the dish, Liker at first, Haynes at second, Merrick is at short, Collar at third, Schicky in left, Copeland in center, Chisholm is your right fielder for the Bulldogs here, game 2. Up on the inside, Peavy getting out of the way. 3-0 count. So Peavy staying in here 3-0, see if he can get on, starting off for the Blue Comets. Taking all the way, strike call, 3-1. So 3-1 to him now. Peavy standing in. Let's get it going here. Bradley sends that one out into left field, and it's a base knock. Out into left field, Bradley Peavy starts it off for the Blue Comets with a leadoff single. So it's a single. Here comes Mason Manbeck to the plate. Started off as the catcher and now moves over to third base here after the 2/3 of an inning. So Mason staying in with no outs and a man on. Now going to the stretch is Ewing as he brings the first pitch here to Manbeck. Outside, here's a throw down for the attempt to steal, and he'll steal the bag. Will Bradley Peavy get himself into stealing scoring position for the Blue Comets. Peavy steals the bag, and it's a 1-0 count here to Manbeck at the plate. So Bradley, see if we can get that run back and tie it back here. Play a little small ball for Coach Murray's squad. 1-0 to Manbeck. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-0. Kimberlin on deck for the Blue Comets. I think Brady Mack's going to come in Beck's position here in the lineup. Still now to Mason. Pitch on the way. Inside, 3-0. So Manbeck had 3-0 here. The runner scoring position, Peavy over to second. Single and a stolen base puts him there. And Mason, winning pitcher in game number 1. Stands in here, see if he can bring Bradley around. Here's the pitch. Catching the outside is 3-1. So the 3-1 count to him. Manbeck checking in with Murray down the third baseline, ready to go. Here's the pitch. Mason sends out a fly ball over to the left side, and it is out of play. 3-2 now. So the 3-2 count. Now to Mason Manbeck. As he stands in, ready to go. Here's the pitch. Outside. Ball 4. Runners down at first and second here for the Blue Comets on the base on balls by Ewing. All right, here to the plate now comes Corbett Kimberlin with a chance to bring him around. Lane Harvey on deck. That's Ewing. Stands in, ready to go. Now Kimberlin getting himself ready. He's ready to rock and roll here. Here we go. Corbett from Ewing. First pitch. Outside. Ball 1. So 1-0 to him. Ewing doesn't want to fall behind Kimberlin like he did first couple hitters here. See if he can get that first out of the inning. Kimberlin taking that one low for a 2-0 count. Timeout call here. Going to get Bulldog coaches out having a chat with Ewing. See if something's going on here. Just keeping him tracked in. All right, I know it's kind of going on today. It already started up at 11, but if you're looking at lunch today, still maybe getting a late lunch or something, there's a new restaurant in town, Smokey D's Barbecue. They're down there where the old Caddyshack restaurant used to be, down there on the east end of, I should say the west end of downtown. So stop by there today and enjoy some Smokey D's Barbecue. Their grand opening today here in the city of Chanute. All right, so coming up, this is what we got going on here. I know that the gals were supposed to play today, but they played back-to-back, so it was a good job for Coach Jackett to get a postponement against the Lady Bulldogs of Independence, because Lady Bulldogs of Independence are tough, and I don't think that Lady Bulldogs over back-to-back games were maybe at full strength and need a little bit of rest. I'm sure that they're probably just fine, but a little bit of rest definitely wouldn't hurt them. And so good job. So we'll find out when that makeup is going to be. We'll see if we get that one for you. Final regular season game is Thursday against Fort Scott here in town. All right, so meeting's over. 2-0 now to Kimberlin as he stands in. On the inside is now 3-0. Good looking pitch there by Ewing. Just misses on the inside. 3-0 count to him. See if we can load him up here. Blue Comets. After the Bulldogs had a full in the top of the first. That's a strike taken all the way here for Kimberlin. So Corbett right back in, ready to go. Here's the pitch to him. Up high inside, ball 4. Bases are full now. Second base on balls here for Ewing. Coming to the plate now, Lane Harvey coming to the plate. So now Lane Harvey's going to come up here as the base is full for the Blue Comets. So Lane steps in, his first time here. Peavy at third, Manbeck at second, Kimberlin at first. No outs, top of the first inning. Harvey sends that shot down there and going to try to come home. All right, so we're going to call a catcher interference, I do believe. Is that what's going to be? All right, so Harvey is on. And the run does come in, and the bases stay loaded. So it's a 1-1 ball game now. So to the plate now comes Brady Mack. He'll come up here for Beck. As he'll step in here. Now the catcher for the Blue Comets. And bases still full. Now a 1-1 ball game here in the bottom of the first. Brady giving it a swing, and it's 0-1 to him. So Ewing ahead of him here, 0-1. Jaden Costin on deck. Cam Kester on deck. Kester now the new pitcher. 0-1 to B. Mac. Brady sends it back to the screen, 0-2. So the 0-2 to him. McDonald ready to go. Here's the pitch. Foul ball, stays alive, and it is an 0-2 count still. So an 0-2 count to him. Brady Mack right back in, bases full. Ewing from the windup. And Brady sends that one out into left field. Schicky right there, but the sacrifice fly should bring it in. Here comes the throw. And will not be in time as it's an RBI sac fly for Brady Mack. And it's now a 2-0 ball game. One out as Manbeck comes in. Kimberlin stays at second. Harvey stays over at first. It's now 2-1. Coming to the plate now will be Jaden Costin, second baseman for the Blue Comets. So as Jaden steps in here, ready to go. Runners at first and second. Now 2-1 Comets here in the bottom of the first. 2 hits and a sac fly brought in the runs, and that's in for a strike there from Ewing. 0-1 to him. Cam Kester on deck for the Blue Comets. 0-1 to Costin. And the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Jaden now 0-2. Only one out here. Still a timeout on the field here. Now everybody's ready to go. Ewing 0-2 to Costin. See if Jaden can bring in another run by finding a hit here. There's a shot that'll get a nice job there at the shortstop position there by Merrick. He'll get that lead runner there, but it is a fielder's choice there. That was a solid shot there by Costin. He'll reach first on the fielder's choice, but I tell you what a great play by Merrick diving out there to keep the run from getting into the outfield, keep the runs from scoring. So 2 outs here. Runners on the corner. Here comes Kester to the plate. 2-1 ball game here. In the bottom of the first, Blue Comets with the lead. Kester comes up. Runners on the corners now, ready to face Ewing. It's Cam now ready to go. So leading off from third is Kimberlin. Over to first is Costin. Ewing still in the stretch. That's in for a strike. Going to throw down to second, and not going to be a time there for the steal for Jaden. So second stolen base here for the Blue Comets. And it's strike one to Kester. So 0-1 to him. Cooper McMillan will be on deck. Big Blue Comet first baseman standing in. That's Kester. 0-1 to him. Up high, now 1-1. So the 1-1 count. Check it out. 1-1 count from Ewing. That's up high. It goes 2-1. So Kester taking to a coach down the line. Kimberlin trying to get himself home here with 2 outs. See if the Blue Comets can grab another run here. They lead it 2-1 in the bottom of the first. Pitch on the way. It's going to be over to the right side. That is playable here, but it let me get it out of play. Just over the backstop there, over the dugout there. So it's now a 2-2 ball, 2-2 count here to Kester. So if Cam can come back in here now. Thought maybe I could change this real quick. So Cam now back in, ready to go. After the foul ball. It's a 2-2 count to him. And that's going to stay away from that one. It's now 3-0. Three and 2. My apologies. It's 3-2. It's a full count. Full count. Kester steps back in here, ready for the payoff pitch. I'm working on a computer, not paying attention. Okay, my bad. 3-2 now. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for the strikeout as Ewing blows it by him there for the third out. But the Blue Comets do get a couple of hits. They leave a couple, no errors, but a couple runs do come in. We will go to the second inning. It will be Oliver, Merrick, and Ewing when we come back. Blue Comet Baseball here on your home for the Blue Comets, Z95.3. righty, we come fast back here for the second inning. Coming up for the Bulldogs is going to be Oliver. He's the DH for Copeland. And Cam Kester to start off here. First pitch is going to be a chopper there to McMillan. McMillan's going to have to find Cam, and a good job there from the 1-3, or the 3-1 for the outs. Good job there by the guys in the field. Out number 1. So quick 1/3 inning with 2 pitches for Cam Kester there to finish off the first. He comes in here and he gets the first out on the 1 pitch. And at the top of the second, here comes Merrick to the plate. He had 3 big hits there for the Bulldogs in game number 1, and he's swinging and a miss right here. So 0-1 to Merrick. This 2-1 ball game here. Blue Comets with the lead, and it's from the top of the second here in game number 2 at Hudson Field. This beautiful facility. That's on the inside. It's 1-1. And a beautiful day. I ain't seen the sun shining I don't know how long. Nice to see it today. So it's 1-1 count. Heads up, ball coming. Oh, there you go. It's over there. Out of play, 1-2 to Merrick. So the 1-2 count to him. Merrick steps right back in, trying to get something started here for the Bulldogs. And that's a, foul ball. Took that one right off the thigh, too. Ooh, that'll leave a mark. And it stays a 1-2 count. Top of the order will be Ewing, the catcher, then Ewing, the pitcher for the Bulldogs. Coach Lanning squad. Here's the 1-2 up high, 2-2. So that 2-2 count for Merrick as he gets back in ready to go, and Kester calls D-Rock 3 for the strikeout. The first one there for Cam, and the first one for Blue Comet pitching here today. So 2 outs, top of the order coming up. It will be Ewing, the catcher. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to third his first time up. Manbeck over there instead of Kester this time. So as Ewing stands in, he's ready to go. Manbeck to the plate. Steve Rock call. Sorry, that is Kester out there pitching. Manbeck's over at third. Manbeck was in game 1. Cam ready to go, the 0-1 to Ewing. Steve Rock 2 catching the inside edge. So back in goes Ewing, and now ready for the 0-2. That's low, so 1-2 count down. So that 1-2 count, 2 outs, nobody on. Ewing stands in. He'll smack that one right back there to Kester, and he'll glove it on the second base side and make the play 1-3 for the third out. So it's a 1-2-3 inning here for the Blue Comets. No hits, no errors, and no runs, and no runs. That's right. 2-1. So we'll go to the bottom of the second. It will be McMillan, Crum, and Peavy when we come back. You're listening to Blue Comet Baseball on your home for the Blue Comets, Z95.3. All righty, we'll come fast back here as we get ready to go for the bottom of the second. Lady Blue Comets here to root on the Comets here today. I see Monroe. I see Taylor. Taylor Thompson out here today, too. Saw Monroe a little while ago. She's out here as well. Ladies out here supporting the guys. They lead it 2-1 as we go to the second inning for the Blue Comets. Ewing back in the circle, or back on the hill here. McMillan will be the first one up here. Alex Crum behind him on deck. Ewing ready to go. First pitch of the second for him. Fly ball, left side out of play. Shicky giving a long, long look. It is a long, long strike. 31 pitches through 1 inning of work. No strikeouts, 2 base on balls, 2 hits, and 2 runs for Ewing in his 1 inning of work. McMillan steps up here. He's 0-1 to him. And the pitch coming. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Alex Crum, Riley Peavy, the first 3 here. In the second inning. So 0-2 to McMillan as he's back in. Here's the pitch to him. That's a nice pitch, just a little high. 1-2. So the 1-2 count to him, and Crum on the on-deck circle. Ewing delivers outside, 2-2. So the 2-2 count for McMillan. Swing and a miss. It's the strikeout. That is the second one for Ewing, and that's out. Number 1 here. Here comes Alex Crum to the plate. Alex, the right fielder for the Blue Comets. Well, staying in here now, ready to go. So Crum, 1 out, nobody on. Ewing going to find his way here in the second. Back behind us here. Foul ball, 0-1 to him. Top of the order will be Bradley Peavy, led off for the Blue Comets with a single, stole a base, and scored the first run for the Blue Comets. He's on deck. Crum trying to get on as he stands in here with 1 out and nobody on. That's up high, 1-1. So the 1-1 count to him. Alex Crum settles in. Ewing with a long look. Now he's ready. Just missing outside. It's now 2-1. Two one to him. Crum sends that one foul. It'll go 2-2. So Alex now, the 2-2 count, trying to get it on here with 1 out. And Ewing bringing it in. Fly ball. It's going to be over to right center. Give a look at it here. It's coming in, and it's going to get over Chisholm's head. So Crum is going to be on. Chisholm lost it in the sunlight, it looked like. So Bradley Peavy comes back up here now, ready to go for the Blue Comets. He'll have a runner on. That's Alex Crum over to first, reaches on that single there. Not going to give Chisholm an error. He lost it there in the sun, it looks like. So top of the order, Bradley Peavy with 1 out and a runner on. Ewing now back to the stretch here in the second. Blue Comets lead at 2-1. Oh, boy, I tell you what, Crum leaning a little bit the other way, and if it would have been a little bit quicker throw over there, Ewing probably would have nabbed him. Oh, there's Riley Donovan. I saw her here, too. Okay. Peavy back in looking for his first pitch. Throwing back over to first. Being held on over there at first by Liker. So Peavy still waiting on his first pitch as he steps back in here. Ewing, knowing the Blue Comets have been stealing some bases here today. Crum stays away, and there's Ewing from the catcher spot, chunking one down, but back in goes Crum. Ball 1 to Peavy at the plate. Mason Man back on deck here for the Blue Comets as Bradley Peavy right back in, 1-0 count to him. Foul tips, 2-1, 1-1. So Comets get game 1, 5-1. Lead at 2-1 here in the second. Trying to make some noise here, trying to increase that lead. Peavy at the plate. That's outside. Here's the throw down. Crum on his way to make the steal. And he steals the bag to get himself in the scoring position. And it's a 2-1 count to Bradley Peavy. That's the third stolen base for the Blue Comets here in this game. They had 5 in game number 1. So Bradley Peavy with a 2-1 count. Now running scoring position. Crum steals the bag. Ewing gives him a look. Here's the pitch to Peavy. Bradley going after the high one there and strike it out. That's the first strikeout there. I think that's the third strikeout there for Ewing. So that's out. Number 2, second strikeout here of the inning. So here comes man back to the plate, reach on the base on balls. Got Crum over there at second. And Ewing trying to get out of this inning. That ain't damage. That's on the inside of man back. Ball 1. So the 1-0 count to him. Man back ready. Crum leads at second. Ewing delivers. Man back sends it sky high. That's going to be in the parking lot. That's going to be some hail damage on somebody's car over there. It's 0-1. 1-1 now to Mason Manbeck. Crum gets back over to second. Have to check back in here. Coach Murray giving him a hard time out there. Now we're ready to go. All right, Manbeck steps back in. Ewing working from the stretch. That's a sign from his better mate Ewing. It's 1-1 to Manbeck and delivers. That's a shot. Oh, and it goes off the third baseman's glove there. Collar, and out into left field. Here comes Crum around to score. And a nice job. Mason Manbeck gets this RBI single. And he'll be over at first. And coming around to score is Crum. And it's now a 3-1 ball game for the Blue Comets as Corbett Kimberlin comes to the plate now. He's reached on a base on balls. They'll have Manbeck over to first as the Blue Comets pick up another run here. So Corbett Kimberlin now steps up here, ready to go. Ewing checking out Manbeck at first. 2 outs into the bottom of the second. Swing and a miss, and there's a steal of the bag by Manbeck for a stolen base. Swing and a miss by Kimberlin. 0-1 to him at the plate. So Kimberlin steps in here now. Runner scoring position as it's now 3-1 Blue Comets in the second. Ewing to the plate. That's up high, 1-1. Corbett not going to tend to go for those high ones like that. Trying to maybe get him to flow for the top, one up on the top there, but not going for it. 1-1, Lane Harvey on deck. Kimberlin stands in with 2 outs, no throw over to second. Nobody covering there, so checking back in is Manbeck. And the 1-1 count now to Kimberlin. Pitch on the way. Up inside, 2-1. So that's pitch number 50 right there for Ewing through his 1 2/3. Stands up ready to go. Kimberlin. That's on the outside edge. 2-2. That must have just barely been on the outside edge. 2-2. Now Ewing trying to get that third out. Kimberlin ready to go here. See what we can do. Kimberlin sends it over to the right center. That is going to be Chisholm. He'll get underneath there in the right field, and he'll make the play. And that'll do it for the Blue Comets. They do get the 2 hits. They'll leave a man. No errors in the second, but one more run does come in. It will be a 3-1 ball game as we go to the third. Ewing, Collar, and Leiker to the plate when we come back. You're listening to Blue Comet Baseball, Z95.3. All right, folks, we're back here as we go to the third inning. It is a 3-1 lead for your Blue Comets over the Bulldogs of Independence. It will be Ewing, Collar, and Leiker coming up here. Cam Kester through his 1 1/3 has thrown 13 pitches, 1 strikeout, no base on balls. He's given up no hits and no runs. On the inside here to Ewing, who is 0 for 1, the pitcher. He takes ball 1. So 1-0 to him. Color on deck. Liker in the hole. That's a bouncer there to Kimberlin. Kimberlin, a good strong throw to McMillan, and it's 6-3 for out number 1. So here comes Collar to the plate. He reached on the base on ball, scored that 1 run for the Bulldogs back in the first. Third baseman here today for the Bulldogs, both games. And he steps in here now. Kester delivers outside S. D-Rack 1 to him, 0-1. So it seems like after that first inning, that's on the inside S. D-Rack 1, C-Rack 2. For the first inning, it was Peyton Beck, of course, now Cam in. But both these pitchers, Ewing and now Cam, they just kind of settled in here. That's third baseman's going to get away, and that just took a crazy bounce away from Brady Mack. So the strikeout puts him on. So the strikeout puts him on, but he is on there on the fielder's choice. So now here comes Liker to the plate, as that one just took a crazy hop. It was the swing and strike there. Took a crazy hop and got away from Brady Mack, went all the way down to almost a Blue Comet dugout there, away from him. So here comes Liker to the plate now with a man on and 1 out. Top 3, 3-1 Blue Comets. Kester delivers. You're going to see if we can turn the double play. There's 1. And a 4-6-3, starting off there with the 6-4-3, I should say, double play for the Blue Comets. 6-4-3, round number 2, round number 3. So a quick 1-2-3 inning here with no hits, nobody left, and no errors by the Blue Comets. And Cam Kester pitching very, very well as we go to the bottom of the third. It will be Harvey, Brady Mack, and Jaden Costin when we come back. It's Blue Comet baseball. They lead at 3-1 here on Z95.3. Alrighty, Blue Comet fans, sorry about that. A little quick on the trigger there. Working it from my phone, so doing the best I can here. All right. There we go. We should be all right. How did I do this? I'm all kinds of wrapped up in the cord here. Hang on. All right, Lane Harvey steps in here, ready to go against Ewing. Swing and a miss. First pitch to him. Harvey, 1 for 1, had a single. That is 53 pitches, 3 strikeouts, 2 base on balls, 4 hits, and 3 runs. Charged against Ewing. That's a nice pitch, just a little bit high, 1-1. In the bottom of the third, 3-1 Blue Comets here in game number 2. Trying to go to 11-6 on the season. Swing and a miss is now 1-2. So Lane just down in front of that one. McDonald on deck, that'd be Brady. Harvey gets in here, 1-2 count to him from Ewing. Swing and miss and goes down swinging. That is out, number 1, and the 4th strikeout for Ewing. Here comes Brady McDonald to the plate. He had a sacrifice fly his first time up. So 1 out, nobody on, steps in. That'll put Jaden Costin on deck for the Comets. As Ewing stays in the windup. And we're ready to go here in. Brady Mack steps in. Swing and miss, 0-1. So with the 0-1 count to him, Brady stands right in here. Fly ball, foul ball. Going to get up in behind us there. Everybody be careful. 0-2. So the 0-2 count to him with Jaden Costin on deck. As Max stands in. And Ewing delivers. That's going to be a fly ball out in shallow before the edge of the dirt there. And taken there by the second baseman. That is Haynes making the play. So 2 outs quickly here for Ewing. So here comes Jaden Constant to the plate. He reached on a fielder's choice. Stolen base. His throwing time at the plate today. He will step up in here now, ready to go as Jaden Costin stands in. And Ewing to the plate. That's up high for ball 1. So 1-0 now to Costin. Pitch on the way to him here. That's low, and it makes it 2-0. So the counts. Maybe try to start something off here with a 2-out rally here. Jaden can get on. Cam Kessler on deck. Cooper Mack in the hole here, but with 2 outs. Costin got to get on first. Here's Ewing. Ready with the pitch. That's up high. Now 3-0. So Kessler, or Costin, steps back in, 3-0 to him. Ooh. Ewing's going to hit him. So hit by the pitch, puts the runner on. And that'll be Cam Kessler coming to the plate. Cam, 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Cam now the pitcher for the Blue Comets. And after a little chat there with the ump, Ewing is ready to go. Umpire back behind the dish. Kessler steps in 0 for 1. To the on-deck circle goes Cooper McMillan with 2 outs and a runner on. Cam in with 0-1 at the plate today. Struck out his first time up. See if he can move him around. The Comets steadily running. There's another throw by Ewing. And it's a stolen bag, number 5 onto the afternoon for the Comets. Jaden with the steal. And it's an 0-1 count here. It's a Kessler at the plate. Cam right back in. Now the runner in scoring position. Jaden and Costin at second. Here's the pitch. That's up high, 1-1. So that 1-1 count to him. Cam ready to go. Ewing gives a quick look there to Costin, leading from second and to the plate. Fouls it to the screen. It's 1-2. So the 1-2 count to him. Kessler trying to help his own cause here. The runner score position, see if he can bring in another one. It's 3-1. Bottom 3 right here in game 2. Ewing on the hill for the Bulldogs, bringing it in. Outside, 2-2. So the 2-2 count remains. We'll bring Kessler back in here. Costin remains a second. Now he leads off. That's up high, running the count full. Ewing. That one got away from him a little bit there. Kessler back in, payoff pitch, 3-2. 2 outs, here it is. Fly ball. Chisholm going to give it a look there in right field and going over to right center, and he'll make the play for outs number 3. So the Blue Comets, they do leave a runner on no hits and no errors and no runs come in. We will go to the 4th inning. Chisholm, Schicky, and Haynes come to the plate when we come back. You're listening to Blue Comet Baseball, and you're home for the Blue Comets, Z95.3. Here we go, Common fans, as we are back to it. Chisholm, the right fielder, comes up here. He reached on a base on balls his first time up as we start the fourth inning. It's a 3-1 ball game, Blue Comets over Indy. And Cam Kester back on the hill here. We'll give you his numbers here. First pitch, Chisholm sends it back, and it's a foul ball, 0-1 to him. That is pitch number 20 through the 2 1/3 innings for Kester. That's a shot there, and a man backing up on it. He's got a long throw, and he'll get him by a step. I mean, just does get him by a step. Chisholm down the line, quick man back with a good throw out number 1. Nice job there by Manbeck. So as I said here, so we go through 2, now 3 full innings. Let's see, 1, 2, 2 2/3 innings for Cam. So we're at 21 pitches, 2 strikeouts, no base on balls. And he gets that strike call right there. He's got no hits against him right now. Schicky reached on the base on balls his first time up. Takes strike 1 from Kester. Kester ready to go. He works quick. Send it over to the right side, and that's going to be out of play. Watch over there in the bullpen. And they got a guy watching out over there. That's good. It's 0-2 on the long strike here by Schicky. That's not the right pitcher. The other side there, the other side. Here we go. So it is a 0-2 count now. Schick as he stands in. Kester delivers, swing and a miss for the strikeout. That's out number 2. And the third strikeout here for Cam Kester. So Cam now will face Haynes. He reached on the fielder's choice. Back in the first, 2 outs, nobody on here. And at the top of the fourth inning, 3-1 Blue Comet lead. Haynes steps in, ready to go. Pitch to him from Kester. That's a drive, and a Peavy right on it, though, and he'll make the play. Nice job, Bradley, out there in center field to make the play. 1-2-3 inning, no hits, nobody left, and no errors for the Blue Comets, and no runs come in. We will go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It will be McMillan, Crum, and Peavy. When we come back, it is Blue Comet Baseball Z 95.3. All right, Blue Comet fans, here we go to the fourth inning. Blue Comets lead it 3-1 over Indy here in game number 2. Ewing back on the hill. He's got 70 pitches, 4 strikeouts, 2 base on balls. He's given up the 4 hits to the Blue Comets. And he will face Cooper McMillan, whom he struck out his first time up. So Cooper stands in to start off the fourth for the Blue Comets. Sending it to the screen, 0-1 to him. Alex Crum on deck. Riley Peavy in the hole. The first 3 here against Ewing in the fourth inning. And McMillan 0-1 to him. Cooper ready to go. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch there by Ewing. Bringing it right down to Cooper. Just out on top of it. 0-2 to McMillan as Cooper stands in. Here's the 0-2 from Ewing. That's outside. 1-2. So the 1-2 count now to McMillan as he stands right back in here. Alex Crum on deck, and Ewing delivers. Makes it a 2-2 count. So 2-2 to him. Cooper stays right in the box. Didn't even check in with Murray down the line. He's ready to hit. There he goes, and he knocks it out into center field. Copeland waiting, and he'll size it up and make the play out to straightaway center for outs number 1. So here comes Alex Crum to the plate. He had a single. He stole a base and scored a run for the Blue Comets back in the second to bring in that third run for him. So a nice job there by Alex. He stepped up here with one out in the second. See if he can duplicate that feat here against Ewing in the fourth. Here's the pitch to him. Foul ball, 0-1. So Crum, see if he can start off this inning like he did the second. Put another run across for the Blue Comets as they lead at 3-1 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Crum taking on the outside edge, just 0-2. So the 0-2 count here to Alex. And AK ready to go. On the inside. Well, he just must have missed on that one. It is 1-2. That's a good-looking pitch right on the inside edge. Must have been just a little on the inside. 1-2 now to AK. Here he goes. That's a shot there. Running it out there to Merrick. He's up on it. And, boy, I tell you, nice play there by Merrick to get him by a step, 6-3. Crum down the line quick, but that's out. Number 2 here for Ewing. Top of the order, Bradley Peavy comes up. He's 1 for 2. Strikeout and a single. Stole a base, score a run. And playing good in center field here in game number 2 for Coach Murray. So we'll step up here with 2 outs and nobody on in the fourth. 3-1 Blue Comets. Bradley in ready to go. Ewing bringing it. Swing and a miss, 0-1. So Manbeck will be on deck. If Bradley can get on, Kimberlin will follow if he can keep hitting here. That's a good pitch now. 0-2. Nice breaking ball right there by Ewing. 0-2 to Peavy. Riley swing and miss for the strikeout for the third out. So it's a 1-2-3 inning here for the Bulldogs for Ewing, as well as no hits, nobody left, and no runs come in. And we will go to the fifth inning. It is a 3-1 ball game for your Blue Comets. Oliver, Merrick, and Ewing coming to the plate when we come back. It's Blue Comet Baseball Z 95.3. Alrighty, Blue Comet fans, we get back here ready to go for the fifth inning. It's a 3-1 lead for your Blue Comets. It will be Oliver, the DH. He's 0 for 1 at the plate today. And he'll step up here now facing Kester. And Cam, outside, ball 1. Kester, 3 1/3. 26 pitches, now 27 pitches. 1-1 at the plate. He's got 3 strikeouts, no base on balls, and he's given up no hits since he's came in. Swing and a miss. And it's a 1-2 count here to Oliver. Oliver standing in, Kester delivers. Steve right 3 called on the outside edge. It is out to number 1, the 4th strikeout for Cam Kester, who is pitching very well here. And this game coming in for Peyton Beck. Here comes Merrick to the plate. He's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. So Merrick stands in here. Now Kester on the way. First pitch, low, ball 1. Copeland, 1-0 to him. Sorry, that Merrick, 1-1 to him now. Oliver's a pinch hitter here for Copeland, so this is Merrick at the plate with a 1-1 count. Top of the order will be Ewing. Merrick in. Outside, 2-1. So that 2-1 count to him. Merrick trying to get a hold of something here for the Bulldogs, get something going. There he is, drives one out into left field. And Lane Harvey right there for the play. Out number 2. So 2 outs here for the Blue Comets as Ewing comes to the plate to catcher. He's 0 for 2. Ground out to the pitcher, ground out to third is 2 times at the plate today. Steps up here with 2 outs and nobody on in the top of the 5th inning. 3-1 Blue Comets lead. Got timeout as we got some activity along the warning track out there. Give it an opportunity to let you folks know. I'm going to try to find out when we're going to make that game up with for the girls. Let me ask Taylor over here after we get ready to go, see when we're going to make up that game against Indy, because we're going to try to call that for you. The final regular season game is going to be Thursday against Fort Scott here in town. That's up in high to Ewing for ball number 1. Kester comes set, now ready to go. Fly ball. Shallow left, and Kimberlin right off the dirt makes the play at short, and that is out, number 3. So a quick inning here for Kevin Kester once again. Another 1-2-3 inning. No hits, nobody left, and no errors. The Blue Comets have out hit him since Kester came in. So we will go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Manbeck, Kimberlin, and Harvey when we come back. It's Blue Comet Baseball Z 95.3. Oops, that wasn't supposed to play, folks. My bad. Oh, well, that's what you get when you got big fingers. Okay, here we go. As we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, Blue Comets lead at 3-1. It'll be Manbeck, Kimberlin, and Harvey the first 3 up, facing Ewing, who's back in on the hill. He's got 82 pitches, 4 strikeouts, 2 base on balls. He's got 4 hits and 3 runs. Pitch to Manbeck. Ball 1 to Manbeck, 1 for 1. With a base on balls, scoring a run, stealing a base. His time at the plate today. So Kimberlin will be on deck. As Manbeck looking to start off here against Ewing. 3-1 Blue Comets, bottom 5, trying to win game number 2. After a 5-1 win in game number 1. That's outside for a 2-0 count. So Ewing in the windup facing Manbeck now. Started off as a catcher and then moved to third. Steve Reich one call from Ewing. So it's 2-1. Kimberlin on deck as Manbeck stands in. Now it's 3-1 to him. So Mason looking to get on again here for the 3rd time in this ball game. Winning pitcher in game 1. Hit very well there too. Helped his own cause and doing it here in game 2 as well. 3-1 to Manbeck. Ball 4. Leadoff runner on here for the Blue Comets. As Corbett Kimberlin comes up, that's only the 3rd walk given up by Ewing. He's pitched very well into this ball game. Only given up, like I said, to 4 hits, and the Blue Comets haven't had a hit since the 2nd inning. So as he comes in here, facing Kimberlin 0 for 1 with a base on balls. His 2 times up. Manbeck at first leading. Blue Comets already have 5 stolen bases, and they've been very active on the base paths when they've been somebody out there. They're stealing bags, and that's a throw over, but getting back in is Manbeck. So Corbett ready for his first pitch here as he steps in ready to go. Pitch on the way. That's a shot, and it'll get out into right center field and down. Going around second, there's Manbeck. He's on his way into third. Murray's going to hold him up there, diving into second. Sue for second, and it's a double for Corbett Kimberlin. Nice play there by Corbett and a nice drive, and he takes himself into second. Going over to third is Manbeck. So with no outs, Blue Comets get a hit, put runners in scoring position. At second and third, and here comes Lane Harvey, who is due for a big, big hit. 1 for 2, Lane is. And Harvey now ready to stand up here against Ewing. Ewing, 88 pitches. Runners at second and third after the double by Kimberlin. Harvey. Fly ball over to the left side. I think it's going to get out of play. And does. Lane striking out his last time up. Definitely like to get a knock here with a couple of guys on. See if he can help the Blue Comets increase his lead against this tough Indy squad. They can come back anytime. It's a 3-1 ball game right now. But both these pitchers, I'll tell you what, Cam has come in after Peyton and done a great job. And here in the last couple of innings, Ewing has really settled in and done a great job himself. He's only given one hit in the last couple of innings. That one's up high, 1-1. Brady Mack on deck for the Blue Comets. No outs. Lane Harvey, we're going to bring in a couple here with a base knock. Lane stands in. Ewing delivers. Fly ball. Left side. Shicky giving a long look, and it's going to be a long strike, 1-2. So the 1-2 count. To Lane Harvey. We'll get everybody reset here. And Harvey now back in, ready to go. And that one's outside. Good job there by Ewing, keeping it in front of him, keeping the runners at bay. I'll say thanks a lot to Taylor Thompson. Talked to her just a second ago, and it looks like we're going to try to play that game against the Lady Bulldogs of Independence on Wednesday in the afternoon. So that's what she's told us there. So that's what we got going on. 2-2 to Harvey. That's a shot down third. Watch out, coach. 2-2. Hot shot down there to the coach's box and out of play. So Harvey now back in 2-2 counts. As Ewing now ready to go. 2-2 to Harvey. Swing and a miss. Gets the strikeout. That's out number 1. And the 5th strikeout of the Comets here today for Ewing. Here comes Brady Mack to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly. So Brady, chance now to bring in a couple here with 1 out in the 5th. The Comets can open it up a little bit. They lead it 3-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Ewing still got some stuff on it as he's up to 94 pitches. That was 95, I should say. 0-1 to Brady Mack. Ewing to the plate. Here's the sacrifice. Oh, the suicide squeeze not going to work as Brady can't knock it down. That's kind of unusual for the Blue Comets because they're pretty good at knocking down that suicide squeeze, and the second one today has been a fail, and that's uncommon for the Blue Comets. But it was a out number 2 as it is unassisted here by the catcher as Manbeck comes in. Going over to third is Kimberlin, and it's now 0-2 at the plate here to Brady Mack as he's not able to make contact there for the suicide squeeze play. I said I've seen the Blue Comets execute that many, many times over the last couple of years, and today twice hasn't been able to be successful. That's a foul ball, and it stays 0-2. So 0-2 now to Mack as he's back in. 2 outs, and Ewing trying to get out of this inning. Without any more damage, he's got runners over at third here. Already got that 1 out coming in as Mack sends it back to the screen. 0-2 to him. So Brady Mack 0-2. Pitch on the way. Ooh, that's a good pitch. Just a little bit high. Whew. Wow. That's a good one right there. Brady Mack, though, takes the ball. 1-2. As Kimberlin over to third. See if Brady can get a knock here and bring him in. Here's the pitch. Bouncer there to the left side. Out of play. 1-2. That's pitch number 100 for Ewing. My count anyway. So 1-2 now to Brady Mack. He stands in. Here's Ewing delivers. Foul ball. So the foul ball to him. It stays 1-2. Mack fighting him off here. Brady trying to bring in Kimberlin from third. Ewing trying to get out of this inning. That's outside. It's a 2-2 count. A good job by Ewing to stay in front of it, too, to keep Kimberlin at third. So it's a 2-2 count now. Here in the bottom of the fifth, 3-1 Blue Comets over Indy. 2-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout, back-to-back strikeouts, and that Ewing got himself out of it right there with a couple of strikeouts. So the one hit, they leave a man, and no errors, no runs come in. And we will go to the sixth inning. It will be Ewing, Collar, and Liker when we come back. 3-1 Blue Comets, Z95.3. All right, Blue Comet fans, we're back here going to the sixth inning, and it is a 3-1 lead for your Blue Comets. And Cam Kester came in here with the 2 outs into the first, and he has come out here and he has been stellar. He has no hit to Indy since they've come in here. He's not giving up any hits, no runs, and he's pitched very, very well. He's got 4 strikeouts, no base on balls, and he's going to be facing Ewing, Collar, and Liker in this inning. And Coach Lanning going over to the third and ready to go here. And first up will be Ewing, the pitcher. I don't know if Ewing's going to come back out here for the bottom of the sixth inning. He's already at, I've got him at 103 as far as pitches go. So we'll see what Coach Lanning decides to do with his pitcher. So Kester now ready to go. And ready to go here now for the sixth inning, 3-1 lead for your Blue Comets. Cam Kester ready to face Ewing. That's a shot. First pitch he sees and drives it out into center field. So it's a single to start off here for the Bulldogs. First hit since the first inning for the Bulldogs here. So here comes Collar to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a base on balls. His 2 times up. Stepping in here now, ready to go. With a man on. And no outs in the sixth. Squaring around to lay down the bunt. It's a foul ball. 0-1. Four innings, 37 pitches, 4 strikeouts, 1 hit. No base on balls for Kester since he's been in. Collar 0-1 to him after the foul ball. Runner over first is Ewing. And the pitch to him. Foul ball. It's 0-2. So the Comets going to get to 11-6 here today on a 4-game win streak if they can win the second game here against the Bulldogs. On Thursday, we'll be ready for Fort Scott, the final regular season game. That's a swing and a miss and another strikeout here for Kester. That's out number 1. 5th strikeout for Cam. And here comes Liker to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a fielder's choice. His 2 times up. What's that mean? He wants a radio broadcast. That's what he was. He's ready. He's ready to broadcast. Little man checking me out over here. He says, look at that weird dude talking. That's what he was thinking. Here comes Liker to the plate with a man on. And Kester drives right there to Manbeck. Manbeck over to second to Costin. They'll get the lead runner, but won't get to Liker going down the line. Good job there on the 5-4 for out number 1, or out number 2. But Liker reaches. He gets on. We'll give him the hit there. Second hit of the inning, but 2 outs. Here comes Chisholm to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with the base on balls. His 2 times up, so with 2 outs and a man over at first, Chisholm stands in here facing Kester. Up inside, ball 1. So 1-0 now to Chisholm. That's a nice pitch. Just missing up high. I guess it's 2-0. 2-0 count here. Blue Comets going to get out of this inning. Get into the bottom of the 6th. Get a 3 up, 3 down in the 7th and win game number 2 here today. 2-1 now on the swing and a miss by Chisholm. Schicky on deck. But it's 2-1 to Chisholm. Kester up high inside, 3-1. Kester in danger of putting on runners at first and second here, getting his first base on balls. It's Chisholm standing in, ready to go. Steve right call, full count. Umpire has been consistent on the inside and outside edge in actually both these games, on both these pitchers, all the pitchers so far. So here comes the 3-2, Kester. Well, bouncer. It's going to have to be a quick one here for Kimmerlin, and he'll get a dig by McMillan. Nice play, Coop digging it out, and a great play there by Corbett Kimmerlin to come up and go 6-3 for the out. So they get 2 hits, they leave a man, no errors, and no runs come in, and we will go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Costin, Kester, and McMillan when we come back. It's Blue Comet Baseball, Z95.3. All right, folks, we're going to shut the door here on Ewing. He had a great game. He threw about 103 pitches on 5 innings of work. And I tell you what, he did really well. He had 5 strikeouts. He had 3 base on balls. He only gave up the 5 hits, and 2 earned were run to him. So he'll turn it over to Haynes, who will now take over the pitching duties here. Haynes was out at second, so Ewing is going to go over to second. So just switching out here, Haynes for Ewing. So there we go. I do believe that's the way things are looking out there. So there we go. Ewing is at short. Merrick is... As the first pitch comes in here to Jaden Costin, it is strike 1 from Haynes. Haynes is second. Now it is Merrick back at second, and Ewing is at short. So now we got it right. 0-1 now to Costin from Haynes. Swing and a miss. 0-2. So 2 quick ones here to Costin. And the pitch now on the way here. Jaden standing in. Cam Kester on deck. Fouls it off on the right side. Stays a 1-2 count. The Blue Comets lead a 3-1 here into the bottom of the 6th inning. Looking to get 3 outs here in the top of the 7th and win both these games here today. So Costin ready to go, taking that one low, 1-2. Yep. So 1-2 count to Jaden standing right in here. And Costin now ready to go as Haynes. Nice curveball. Wow. Nice curveball. Call strike 3. And that's out number 1. So here comes Kester to the plate. Cam is 0 for 2. He's pitched excellent here in this ball game for the Blue Comets. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 up, 3 down innings to Kester since he came in. Fly ball right side. Going back onto their second baseman, that is Merrick. He'll catch it there in about shallow right field. And that's out number 2 for Merrick. Coming down with it there. So 2 outs. Here comes Cooper Mack to the plate. Coop, 0 for 2. Strikeout and a fly out his 2 times up. So they'll stand up here. 3-1 ball game. Blue Comets lead it. So first pitch here to Coop is going to be low for ball 1. 1-0. Checking in Coach Murray down third baseline. Coach Sizemore down the first base side here. Coach Richards down there earlier. There's a shot out in the left field, and it will be a base hit for Cooper Mack. So 2 outs to put the runner on. And here comes Alex Crum to the plate. Alex, 1 for 2, scored a run, stole a base. His 2 times at the plate today. So Crum. And we're going to get a pinch runner coming in. And coming in to run here is going to be Caden Schwegman. Caden Schwegman coming in to run for the Blue Comets. Number 20, what I got. Okay. So Schwegman in to run with 2 outs. And to the plate comes Alex Crum. So Caden's going to take his lead off over there. He's being held on by Liker. To the fence, or to the screen back here, Crum, 0-1 on the foul ball. Haynes looking to get his team into the top of the 7th, see if they can get some base runners. As they trade it 3-1 here to the Blue Comets here in the bottom of the 6th. So Haynes now ready to go here as Alex Crum ready to step back in. Alex with their 0-1 count, AK. Trying to get Schwegman off at first. Throw over. Caden gets back in. I said being held on there by Liker. 0-1 to Crum. As Alex now ready to go as Haynes gives him a look over there at first. Now ready to come to the plate here. And that's in for a strike. Quick throw down to Schwegman. Getting back in. It's 0-2 to Alex at the plate. So Schwegman maybe hurting a little bit there, going back in while he is grabbing that left elbow there. So going to give him a little bit of a injury timeout as he went back in, but he is look like he's in a little bit of pain there, hanging on to that left arm. And hope he's going to be all right. Caden, pinch runner, diving back in on that throw over. Maybe just a stinger there, but Coach Murray, Coach Sizemore, umpire over check on him. Hopefully he's going to be all right over there at first base. And Coach going to take him out as he is really holding on to that left arm. Hope he's going to be all right. Definitely want to make sure Caden's okay. And so we're going to bring Cooper Mack back in. He'll run for himself here. And saw something similar, but it was a shoulder injury for Riley Donovan last night. And I saw her a little while ago. Hope she's okay. Saw that she had the shoulder heal on. So hopefully that'll help her out. Definitely need Riley to play for Lady Blue Comets. All right, so Cooper Mack checks back in over there after Schwegman hurts the arm. So Alex Crum back in with an 0-2 count. Now we're ready to go. Cooper Mack back in to run for himself, and Haynes trying to get a third out. Outside ball 1-2. As Alex trying to get on here for the Blue Comets. Keep this inning going for Bradley Peavy on deck. 1-2 to Alex. He's in. AK now ready to go. Haynes with a look. And the pitch. High fly ball right here on the infield. I mean, it is high. And Ewing giving it a look. Oh, and he makes the play foul there. Good play. That is out number 3. So the Blue Comets get a hit. So they leave a man and no errors by the Bulldogs. And we will go to the top of the 7th inning. Schicky, Haynes, and Oliver on the way to the plate when we come back. It's Blue Comet Baseball Z95.3. Alrighty, Blue Comet fans, back here for the 7th inning, and the Blue Comets 3 outs away from a double win here today over the Bulldogs. Win game 5-1. They're leading at 3-1 right now, and it'll be Shicky, Haynes, and Oliver coming in here. And I'll tell you what, it has been a great game here for Cam Kester. He came in that first inning. He's only given up 2 hits. He's given up no runs, and he'll face Shicky, who will lay down a bunt. Kester comes off, and he'll make the play. Nice job, 1-3. Out number 1 for Kester as he comes off the hill to make the play to Cooper. Over at first. Here comes Haynes to the plate. Started off at second. Now coming in relief as pitcher. He's 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice. 1 out, nobody on. Pitch on the way. Fly ball. Heads up, folks. Heads up, folks. Coming down on the concession stand. And it's a fly ball 1 to him. So Kester trying to finish this one off here, get the win. And with 1 out and Haynes stepping in, there's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. So the 0-2 count to him, and Haynes comes right back in, ready to go. Kester delivers, it's a shot there to Kimmerlin. I had to take a couple steps back on the hops, and another good job there by McMillan, and digging that one out, 6-3, out number 2. So the Blue Comets now 1 out away as Oliver comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. 2 outs, nobody on. And the Blue Comets 1 out away from the 3-1 win here. And Kester with a great game of pitching here in this one. Ball 1. Hey, Ewing did a very good job, too. Ewing had a great game in his first couple of innings, and after that, he just got his pitch count up there a little bit. That's why he got out here in the 6th inning. But I tell you what, he pitched a really good game in those first couple of innings where they really only got to him. They got 4 hits in those first 2 innings, only 1 hit after that. So good job there by Ewing. He pitched very well for the Bulldogs. That one's up high, and it's now 3-0 here to Oliver with Merrick on deck with 2 outs. Kester, ball 4. And now with a chance, he's going to turn around. He's going to go for the second. And here's the throw. Oh, boy, I tell you what, a nice throw there by Brady Mack, and that made Coach Murray go back in the dugout. I think he thought he was out over there, but a good job there by Oliver running as he gets over to second. So runner scoring position now. Over at second, here comes Merrick to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Going to get a pinch runner there. I think that's number 21, Roth. I think if that is who it is, can see the number for sure. All right, so it is Roth over there running now. As Merrick steps in here with 2 outs. In a runner scoring position here in this 3-1 ball game. Kester trying to get his team out of this in the win on the inside, ball 1. So the 1-0 to him, Merrick sends that one foul a long way on the left side with a long strike, 1-1. Merrick trying to tie it up here with 1 swing. So the 1-1 count to him. Merrick steps back in here, Kester. Working from the stretch, checks on the runner at second, nobody covering there, big lead. Low on the inside, making it 2-1. Top of the order will be Ewing. He will be on deck if Merrick can get on. 2-1 to him. Kester trying to close it out here. Fly ball. That should do it. Center field shallow. And it's Jaden Costin, and he'll come up with it there close to the second base, and that will do it for the Blue Comets as they get to win here today by a score of 3-1 to get the double win here today. No hits, nobody left, 1 left, and no errors by the Blue Comets. So there we go. It is a 3-1 win for your Chanute Blue Comets here today as they win game 1 5-1 to get the double win. And now go 11-6 on to the year. Big wins for Coach Murray and his squad. Winning pitcher today is going to be Cam Kester as he came in, and he threw 6 and a third innings, and a nice job by Cam. He came in with 56 pitches on the ball game. He had 5 strikeouts, no base on balls. He gave up only 2 hits into the ball game too. So a good job there for Cam as he gets the win. The loser's going to be Ewing, who, like I said, he pitched a very, very good game as well. He had about 103 pitches. He had 5 strikeouts, 3 base on balls. He gave up the 5 hits onto the ball game, but only 2 runs were earned to him. So he pitched very, very well for the Bulldogs here today as well. But it was a great game for the Blue Comets. They get double wins here today. So that's kind of how it's going to wrap up for us here today, folks, as we're coming to you from Hudson Field, and we're going to wrap this thing up and get you ready for next week as we're getting close to the final part of the season here for these Blue Comet squads. And it's going to be more broadcasts on the way coming up next week. I'm thinking Wednesday and Thursday is kind of where we're looking. Tater Thompson tells me that the Lady Blue Comets are expected to play Wednesday against the Lady Bulldogs, and then on Thursday it'll be the final regular season game as Fort Scott comes to town. So if we do Lady Blue Comets on Wednesday, we'll finish up the season hopefully at Katy Park with the guys on Thursday against Fort Scott. That's going to do it for me here, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us, and I hope I didn't have it too bad out here trying to do everything by myself, but I think it went really, really well. So a big thank you to everybody tuning in and joining us. That's going to do it for us here today. Blue Comets win, Blue Comets win, Blue Comets win. They get the double wheeled here today over Independence. So the Blue Comets now go 11-6 on the year. Good job by Coach Murray and his squad. And we'll see you next week for more Blue Comet baseball. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, folks. It's beautiful. Get out and about and enjoy it. Have a great day. I'm out of here. Bye-bye. God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you next time here on your home in Blue Comet Z95.3 for the next Big Blue Comet broadcast.